welcome to Cooking with Cathy, part of Holy Cross Health Diabetes Prevention Program. Thank you so much for joining. Today I am making a one-pot recipe. It's garlicky, spinach, and shrimp. As I do, I like to be creative. I didn't think spinach was exciting enough, so I'm using super greens today. In the super greens, I have baby greens, red and green, Swiss chard, arugula, and spinach. A little more interesting. I have shrimp, and this is just frozen shrimp. It's from Argentina, from Trader Joe's. When I defrost the shrimp, I defrost it overnight, and I keep it in a colander. I remove the paper towel. I put a paper towel down, put the shrimp on top, and then that way the water drips down and it's not sitting in the water, and then I pat dry. It just cooks up a lot nicer. I have oil. This recipe calls for 6 cloves of garlic. But as you know, if you've been with me before, I like this little ice cube tray. So I keep it in the freezer, and one little square pops out, and that's 1 clove of garlic. Just makes it easier, faster. I have about 3 tablespoons of oil, salt, and crushed red pepper, but the salt is divided. It's only a 1/4 teaspoon, so not very much salt at all. And then at the end, we're gonna dress the dish with lemon zest and chopped parsley. Before I get started cooking, well, let me get the greens going, and then I can talk to you about how to zest the lemon and have success. I already put the oil in the pan. The recipe says to use a pot. I wanted to use a non-stick pan. That way it takes less oil, and the shrimp again will cook up a bit nicer. You're just going to wilt the greens. You could also have them raw and do a salad. Just depends on what you like and what the people you're feeding like. All right, so I will let those wilt. I'm not gonna cook them all, that's a lot. Let them wilt. I add a little bit of salt and the lemon juice. Normally, if you're going to use raw garlic, you're going to brown the garlic first, but with this, I could just add it on top. Again, makes it easier. If you're browning, if you've cooked before and you've used garlic, you know it's really easy to go from it's fine to now it's burnt and I can't use it. This way, it's foolproof. You're not going to make a mistake. So I like that a lot. While this is wilting and that garlic is melting, it's frozen. Let that wilt. I'm going to cook it on low to medium low. Again, you don't want it to go too fast. So I've already zested this lemon, and I have a microplane. Again, this is another, can you see the white, the pith? You want to make sure you're not zesting the pith because that's really bitter. So you'll make about 2 or 3 passes, and that's about it. The recipe calls for 1.5 teaspoons. This is not a large lemon. This is about a medium lemon. And 1 lemon was enough. I had plenty of zest for the recipe. And then also the juice, about 1/2 of a lemon for the juice. And to get the juice out of the lemon, you should squeeze it a little bit, roll it around, you can press on it, get some exercise that way, right? You get some strength training in. So that I wanted to tell you about, and this is the microplane. Very nice if you don't have one. This is the best tool for zesting. All right, my greens are wilting. They're getting there. I'm going to turn it up to medium. When I'm done with the greens, so you know when the greens cook up, right, they decrease. If the pan is too small, you can batch cook the greens. We're trying to save cleanup, yes? this looks good. Actually, I think I am perhaps going to cook more greens when you all leave. All right, so that is a nice wilt. You guys see? Nice wilt there. I'll put it in a bowl. Keep it aside. I will add the rest of the oil. The shrimp. Shrimp takes 3 to 5 minutes. Think about this dish, how fast it is. There's no way you could get out the door and go somewhere and buy dinner that quickly, or even have it delivered that fast. This is a terrific weeknight meal. And if you have people that have big appetites that you're feeding, this might be a bit on the light side for them. You could always add a nice brown rice, a quinoa, something like that to add to it. The shrimp is on medium. Now I'm going to add the rest of the salt and the crushed red pepper. I'm just going to put in a little more oil. I really don't need it, but I want it to brown a little bit. Let's put a little more in there. 3 to 5 minutes. Super fast. You could really be creative with the greens. If you want to do kale, that would be nice too. I like baby kale. And citrus is great with a green because it cuts back on the bitterness. And if you do not, this is why I like cooking better than baking. If you are not perfect with your measurements, it's fine. You want to add more lemon juice, add more lemon juice. You want more garlic, add more garlic. So I'm going to add the rest, the last 3 cloves. But I have 4 here, so I'm going to go for 4. I like a lot of garlic. It's almost done, really fast. This is really big shrimp. If it's bigger, it might take a bit longer. And garlic is really getting incorporated. Smells wonderful. I always tell you guys, I wish you could smell how wonderful this is. All right. Imagine. Done. Pretty quick. All right, so I will plate this. I think I cooked about half the package of the super greens. This is going to be my lunch today. Another little stir. Some people like them cooked a little bit on the well side. They get nice and curled up. All right, turned it off. And a few of those. These are nice too because they don't have the tails. Super easy. I don't know about you, but I don't like to clean shrimp. I will garnish with lemon zest, little lemon zest, a little parsley. Presentation. Let me grab that. All right, here you have it. Join me for lunch.